A major event was staged on the Michigan State campus in August 1955 to celebrate the centennial of the College of Agriculture. Planning started in 1950 when President John Hanna appointed a Centennial Committee. Art Farrell, chair of the Department of Agricultural Engineering, headed the committee. The Centennial featured several events, mostly on both sides of Farm Lane south of Mount Hope Road. My name is Jake Ferris. After being drafted into 2 years in the Army, I returned to my graduate program in agricultural economics that summer, only to be drafted again by the department chairman to participate in a centennial pageant. Other graduate students as well as faculty members were also drafted, and we did not mind. Having an 8mm camera, I was able to document the major events. Not only is this likely the only movie of what happened, it may be the only pictures on the internet of the actual events. This is the opening ceremony of the Michigan State Farm Mechanization Centennial in August of 1955. There is Art Farrell in the middle, and there's the Queen, and this is Alan Klein, President of the American Farm Bureau Federation. We had a lot of steam there. The steam show was about where the livestock pavilion is now located. My father, brother, and my mother came up from Indiana for this event. It was a good opportunity to show off farm machinery and also tour the campus for their benefit and enjoyment. There is an old Case tractor. Art Parr, a familiar name in the era of steam engines. This is a demonstration of tractor safety and how easy it is to turn a tractor over. Here they're demonstrating the fine touch that you can put on those big steam engines. And they poured out a lot of smoke, which people didn't seem to mind very much. There's a steam engine pulling a caterpillar backwards as the caterpillar was in gear going forward. Here's my father. And that's my brother with the dark cap. There was a group of Russian agriculturalists that attended this event. That's a picture of them there. That's Dick Phelps, a graduate student in Derry, worked under Mac Trout. And we had a major event, a pageant, called the Land of Plenty. There's Charlie Beer, a good friend of mine and a grad student in agricultural economics. I think that's Ben French, who was a faculty member in our department. Anyway, displayed were all kinds of equipment, from horse-drawn, oxen-drawn, to the more modern pieces of farm equipment that came along many, many years later. As you can imagine, organizing this pageant was a major event. I counted at least 17 vehicles in the parade, along with 9 individuals walking. And there was a little play that went along with it. I think wives of some of the faculty members played parts in this, as well as the faculty members themselves. That's Jerry Quackenbush with a cigarette. Jerry was a faculty member in our department in dairy marketing. I believe we had some students in the theater department at Michigan State involved in putting this on, as well as professionals to put makeup on the actors. There's a steam engine pulling a separator. A separator separated the wheat grain from the straw. That tractor is a little more familiar to me than those we saw before. We got some old Model Ts or Model As cranked up. That's Bob Marshall, graduate student in agricultural economics from Ontario. Those were from the theater department and were involved in putting on makeup, and also were kidding me a bit about taking their pictures. 3 of the women in the pageant showed a little bit of what they went through out on the stage, which was basically the front porch of a farmhouse. They're the guys that put on the makeup, kidding me a little bit. I believe that gentleman was a retiree from the Department of Agricultural Engineering. Some of the actors and actresses. To top it off, they had an automatically driven Ford tractor, but there was a driver to make sure it didn't run off into the crowd. That's Jim, I can't think of his last name, and his wife from the Crops and Soil Science Department. And there's Harold Riley from the Department of Agricultural Economics getting his makeup on. And at the end, we had a German band that closed the pageant. And that's me after my makeup was removed. And there's my mother on the left. Think about the planning that went into this farm mechanization centennial, which lasted for 6 days and attracted over 350,000 attendees. The celebration was highlighted by the transition of Michigan State College to Michigan State University.